Alright, guys. First of all, I want to say I'm a man. I can put my hands up. I was very, very, very wrong about Mexico. Very wrong. Very happy, bro. Woo! We finished first in our groups. We won all three of our games. No goals conceded. I'm so glad I was so wrong. Uh, this is in reference to the last video I made about saying Mexico was cooked. I know everybody watched that. Everybody. I mean, everybody watched that video, right? If you haven't, go watch it so you can see how wrong I was. But bro, this is gonna be like just a little summary of those three games and my thoughts going into our round of 32 match against Ecuador. So, dude, these past three games from Mexico, amazing, absolute cinema. Not really, not all the time, but like especially against Czechia. But all right, I'm getting ahead of myself. Going back, match day one, first game of the World Cup, go against South Africa, right? We played good. I think we could have gone for more goals considering how bad South Africa was in that game. Also, they had two red cards to our 11-man squad, and we just didn't go for it. We didn't get more goals. But honestly, it was a good setting of the tone. Get our vibes going. Gotta get the crowd hyped behind the team's back. I get it. Would have loved to have scored more goals, and it was very questionable at times. Like I guess the passing and like the way we would attack, but it doesn't matter. We won that game very, very convincingly, very easily. A red card for Montes wasn't ideal, but hey, like 2-0 opening day in Mexico City, in La Azteca, like it's great. You can't really complain much about that. Match day two, however, against South Korea, that one was a lot more tougher. Honestly, that game could have gone either way. South Korea could have beaten us. Like, they had one really good chance. Maybe two. They could have beaten us like 2-0. We also could have, we could have scored at least one more. There was a chance from Raul where it was crossed in from, I think it was from Piojo on the left side. Crossed in. He took like a weird touch, but like he was able to get a shot on target. Unfortunately for us, South Korea's keeper was just really good that game, so he was able to stop it. But not so good because he did a little spillage. He did a little spillage in front of Luis Romo, and he was able to score that goal. And I remember even before that game, people were, including myself, I was not so happy with Romo starting. I get it. We did have the red card for Montes, so we had to switch up the lineup, but not who I would have started there. But hey, it don't matter. The one man we didn't want to be there ended up scoring the crucial goal for us to beat South Korea. So hey, again, I don't mind being wrong. Keep proving me wrong, Mexico. Please, please do. And then our most recent game against Czechia. Bro, it's gonna bring me to tears to how beautiful that second half was. First half, it was a little boring, honestly. Like, not the best, but we were able to, I mean, Czechia wasn't really, I don't know, they weren't really attacking like they were usually. They're just kind of like, they're just there, bro. They were just, honestly, Czechia had no fight in that game, bro. Feels bad for them, They had so much fight in that first game against South Korea, and then once no, they didn't even lose to South Africa. They drew against South Africa. So they had everything to play for against us, but I don't know, they just didn't show up. We were too good. In that first half, not like it was a kind of a typical Mexico performance. It was like I was kind of getting a little annoyed. I was like, man, guys, come on, let's do something. And also, this is like a mixture of our A team and our B team. Like, I don't know what Vasco did, but like some starters from were there from the previous two games, and then other people that haven't started at all were the starting. So like it was kind of experimental slash. All right, guys, get your feet warm into the tub. Get in the pool. The water's hot. Gilberto Morra though played very good, very very good. Oh my god! And also like I don't know how real this was, but I saw apparently reports Man United wanted him, which I hope not. I hope he doesn't go there. I think that's too big of a step for him. But honestly, I don't know. He was really good for us. He was the midfielder for us in that game. He was really good. But that game, that second half performance, Mexico really turned it up. Goal from Chavez from our left back went from left back all the way basically playing right wing slash striker, scoring that first goal. It was really nice. It was really, really good. Second goal, fantastic. Jorge Sanchez. He's an ass player, so of course he's gonna assist that goal to Quinones with his own ass, literally falling down, ball bouncing off his butt for Quinones just to put the ball in the back of the net. What else could you ask for? And then the third goal, Santi had a chance to score it, which, oh my god, I really wish he did score that. Because he's such a confidence-based player. He really needed that for him. He really, really needed that for him. And I wish he scored that. Because once he starts, he gets going. You know, that's the kind of player he is. Unfortunately, if he doesn't start, he's really bad. He's not the greatest. That's what sucks about him. That's a double-edged sword, right, with the confidence-based player. He's good, he's really good. And if he's bad, he's terrible. But it's okay. Alvaro Fidalgo was there. Put it top level. Unnecessary top bins. Because it's not like Czechia was going to do anything about that. Keeper was completely out, I think. But we won that game very convincingly, 3-0 in Mexico City. Guillermo Ochoa getting to at least play 5 minutes to say, hey, I'm done. Thank you guys. Now, for the sake of this team, I hope he doesn't have to play anymore. I love him. I love what he did for the team, like for all of these years. But his time is up. I didn't even really want him to get called up, to be honest, because it's like, bro, you're old, let it go. But I understand. He got. I'm still happy for him. He got his moment, and that's all that really matters. And clearly, our current keeper, Rangel, he's been amazing. Saved us against South Korea with that header last minute on the line. But it was a nice moment to see him get out there, and he actually did end up getting the legacy patch, which apparently he wasn't gonna get because he technically didn't play more than 5 World Cups. Went to 2006 on the bench, 2010 on the bench, and then from there on played. So technically this is only his 4th World Cup played, but FIFA was nice enough to let him have the patch, and honestly the legacy patch does look pretty cool. I'll put it up on screen. It looked pretty cool. Good send off for a legend. Thank you, Memo, for all the years, right? I'll probably do a video on him, honestly. But also going back to that video where I said I said Mexico was cooked, I was very wrong. Uruguay finished 3rd with Marcelo Bielsa at the helm. And also, I didn't know this. Apparently, he also did bad with Argentina and 0-2 getting bounced in the group stages. Correct me if I'm wrong. He only advanced with Chile. So, honestly, I don't know ball. My fault, guys. I just really like the playstyle, but I'm glad we didn't get him after all. This would have been a very different tone video. But, looking ahead, round of 32, it is going to be Mexico versus Ecuador in La Azteca, which is great for us. However, it is Ecuador. Ecuador has been a mixed bag this tournament so far. First game, they lose to Ivory Coast 1-0, like very, very late on. So, not great. And then, second game, they draw to Curacao, which is, at that point, only have 1 point, right? And everybody's thinking, oh, well, it's Germany. They're gonna get cooked. They're out the tournament. No, they decided to wake up finally and do the damn job against Germany, beating them 2-1. Manuel Neuer, I love you. I don't know what happened with that second goal, but hey, I wish he would have stopped that, because then we wouldn't have to face Ecuador. I'm a little worried. I'm not gonna lie. Ecuador has very good players. Caicedo, Hincapié, Valencia. I'm trying to think. There was one guy that kept scoring the goals. I can't remember his name. But they have a very good squad, right? They have good players. Manager's decent. Good tactics. Although, I don't know how good about those tactics, because they had so many chances against Curacao to score and they just didn't. I don't know. I guess, that do or die came in against Germany, and that's why they were able to show up and wake up. But I'm a little worried. I am a little worried. But I think this is going to be our first real test? Actually, no. I think our first real test was against South Korea. Maybe, maybe that was like a pop quiz. Maybe South Korea is a pop quiz. This, however, would be our first real hurdle, our first real challenge in this World Cup. And I am very excited for the game. A little nervous, obviously. I would love Mexico to win. I don't know when's the last time they won a knockout game. It's been a while. It's been a while since they actually advanced once gone past the group stages. So I'm hoping for the best. But even if we do, I think I checked and we will go against England in the next round, even if we were to advance, which is just lovely. It's just right. In the bracket, in the round next to us, if we were to win, which hopefully we do, we goes against either England or the Dominican Republic of the Congo. So, Dominican Republic of the Congo, please, if you have something for us, this is the time to show up. Visa, pull through, please. I'm gonna be a Dominican Republic of the Congo fan that day, that's for sure. But I don't know. All I know is so far this tournament way better than 2022, easily, right? We finally got out the group stages, won all 3 games, no goals conceded. We're just having a bunch of fun, honestly. And if you've seen the videos on Instagram where these players are just in circles having fun, they should be having fun. These players, football is a sport at the end of the day. Yes, these are professionals, but everybody's here to have a fun time and play the sport that we all love, right? So maybe them having fun, being in their home country is maybe that's what we needed, a little reset, right? I hope we do good against Ecuador. But that's enough for me, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.